There we go, now it's up. Good evening everyone and welcome to the 11th round of F1 Total Division 2. The second to last round of the season and potentially a title decider today. My name is Phoenix1. I am being joined today by PC in the commentary box. Hello. Hello? Wait. Oh, he's muted. Okay. Maybe he's left. Maybe he's gone for a bit. I guess he'll be back in a moment. As you can see, we have some heavy rain right now. And if I check my my phone, I see they are also saying race wet. That's gonna be very fun. Potentially both a wet qualifying and a red race on hand today. At least according to the reports of drivers. So that will hopefully lead to some exciting connotations for the title as well. I would say the title fight still raging on as we head into today's race, the second to last race of the season, as I mentioned. Sean Moole is currently leading the standings, and he is 24 points ahead of Marco in second place, with Kevin in third, 27 points behind, and Sully, he's in fifth, 31 points behind. Fourth place currently is Pocho. However, sadly, he is not racing today, which means that he is out of title contention, being 28 points behind. So it is between Sully, Kevin, and Marco. And, having 24 points to P2, Sean Moole certainly has a good chance of securing the title today. He only needs to extend that gap by 3 points, while also, of course, preventing all the other guys from getting within 26 points before the last race in the season. So, that is what you have to look out for today. Sean Moole, Kevin, Sully, and Marco. Keep an eye out on those four. Those are your 4 title contenders, as well as in the Constructors' Championship as well. As we see Sully, locking the rears into the master chicane and spinning around. Constructors' Championship currently mainly between Red Bull and Mercedes, as Red Bull is on 204 points, with Mercedes 16 points behind that in second place. The next team is Williams, who are 60 points behind. So they are still mathematically within contention, but realistically a 60-point gap it will be difficult to overcome. Possibly, are you there? Have you...
Finally, yeah, got distracted, sorry for that.
Alright, okay, no problem. Okay. So you're joining us as well now?
Yeah.
So what would you predict for this wet qualifying? Would you think you take the pole position today?
Anyone? If you get the 11? Just
nice way of saying you have no idea, yeah, fair enough.
I don't, because Spa and Raid is probably one of the best and also worst combinations in the game.
Sully! The first one is on a lap. Sorry if I'm interrupting you, with a spin coming out of Les Combes. He's caught the car, that lap is fully ruined. He went all the way into the grass. So we'll instead go on board with whoever is next to start the lap, which I think is Foltz. Of course, it will also heavily. I think the fight for pole will heavily depend on who ends up going out in the right time, depending on how the rain comes down. If the rain gets less intense towards the end.
Yeah, probably. The thing is, the race is also going to be wet, so in test of full wet in the race.
Good point. These guys might need to save some tires, of course, for the race. If the race is also wet, you only have 2 wets, I think, in the qualifying. You get 1 more for the race. So if they need the full wets for the race, they need to be careful here, as Foltz now banned his run. E-Work is invalidated. Who is even on a lap right now? Who is the Comrade Cup, I think. And I've heard Comrade Cup's been doing a lot of practice. This is second race back after his long break. Sully at the first lap by 2:04.4. So he did end up finishing the lap despite the mistake, but still, that will not be a very competitive lap time. We saw the major mistake So anyone with a clean lap should be able to beat Sully's provisional pole position time here. You can see Grommet Cup is being very, very careful with the throttle. Fog is now tired. Well, in a bit of... Yeah, of course, sorry. Fog, I got excited for no reason. Fog is serving a qualifying ban. And the same goes for Pinky 11 Swordfish. So they are both not allowed to do a lap, that's why Fog retired in the pits. They're each allowed to do an out lap to get the setup safe, to check that the wheel is working correctly, and then, yeah, stay in the pit lane, retire if they want to. Whatever they want to do, they just can't actually do a lap. So those two will be starting from the back of the grid, provided of course nobody else behind them doesn't do any lap. Grommet Cup coming up behind his teammate here. Hopefully this will not cause any problems. I'm not sure if Grommet Cup plans on doing another run, which... Well, he probably can't now. Kippo at 58.2. And Grommet Cup immediately beats it, 58.1. You've got BS Gabri coming out the final corner here. We'll see if he can challenge the Alfa Romeos. Oh, can't. 205. Must have been some kind of mistake on that lap.
But the thing I saw was that Gabi was pretty fast on the camera straight, about 330, so where are we?
That's actually a thing we're looking out for. Some people might be running wet setups, some might be running dry setups. Oh, Kucho!
Oh.
He's out of qualifying, he's crashed in the Rouge! And that means Kucho is gonna start from, well, 12th place at best. He's got 3 people who are currently behind him. Very unfortunate for him to, I think that was only an outlap as well. So maybe issues with the cold tires, struggling with those. Meanwhile Marco, purple in the middle sector, 27.7. Good start to his lap it seems, or well not just a good start, good lap all around, so far. And just one more corner to go, the bus stop chicane. He's Red Bull's only hope now to secure both the Drivers' and Constructors' Championship. Pochel not here today and no reserve either for them. Marco over the line with a 58.995 into P3. Sully meanwhile is improved for a 59.7. I see the McLaren of Kippo close to at least 1.2 seconds up on his previous best after the middle sector. He's very low on ERS right now, so he will lose some time in the final sector. But still, I think Kippo is about to go into first place here. Major understeers in the chicane. But over the line, it's a 57.2 still. 9 tenths up in the end, and a new fastest time. Folt jumps into third, 58.4. We've got Sean Moore over the line with 217.3. Well, that must have been... yeah, that will definitely have been some kind of spin, some kind of mistake. His teammate Ewek coming up to the line as well here, going through the bus stop. Goes very deep through the first part. And that's has definitely cost him a good amount of time there. Just not getting the car stopped quickly enough, and in the end he puts in a 2-minute .2. I'm not sure if Sully is just going slowly here, if he had a spin before Blanchimont, but his teammate Kevin coming up behind him. You would hope that the Mercedes don't get in each other's way here. Both of them still within chance of a title. An outside chance, but still very much possible, especially given the rain today. I think if Sean Moore, yeah, makes some kind of mistake, has a bad race, everything could still be open. Kevin with a 58.5 into 4th place. But the other drivers are definitely having to rely on Sean Moore making a mistake. He has a 24-point gap to Marco in second. So, as long as Sean Moore just finishes second every race, from here on out he will have the title. JM into second place on a 58.0.
That looks like the Sean Moore is struggling. This second lap, never spin.
Yeah, Sean Moore apparently not so confident in these conditions. Yeah, right now he's on a slow lap, I think. Oh, yeah, after the spin, of course, he would have abandoned this one. So he might have to try again next lap or go back in the pits, get fresh tires. We've got the other Aston Martin of Jota here on what will be his first run in the session. As he hasn't completed one yet. The same goes for Mihai. So Mihai and Giotto the only ones who are now without a lap. As Mihai starts his first run here. He's a reserve driving for AlphaTauri today. Giotto is a reserve as well for Aston Martin. So both reserves actually struggling a bit in these conditions so far. I'm not sure how much time we have left. There's a constant yellow flag right now with Gabri. I'm not sure. I think he's run out of fuel. Yeah, definitely run out of fuel here. You can see the he's full throttle and barely gaining speed. But he should be back in the pit lane in just a moment. And thankfully didn't seem to have gotten anyone's way there. We've got Marco about to finish the second sector. We'll see his split time in a moment. He's 2 seconds down, so let's not waste our time with this lap any further. Shormul starting another run now. We've got Giotto at the end of sector 2 here, and he puts in a 1:27.9. I think that's a pretty decent split time. I think that's... I'm not sure what the guys in the front were doing actually.
I think Kippo had a 25.9.
Did he? No, that would do 2 seconds off, so actually not that good, but we'll see. Of course, Kippo, he's got a pretty big gap to P2 there, 8/10 between him and JM. And that's even after Kippo ran out of ERS going into the final corner. Oh, Giotto actually back to the pit lane. Doesn't want to finish the lap. Meanwhile, Mihai, what is he doing in the middle sector? 31.1, that is certainly not very good. But looking at the ERS, he might even... He's on AI, look at this. Yeah, he's on AI right now. If you look at the steering inputs, throttle inputs, this is not how a human would drive, so
probably not now 6 seconds slower, so...
Yeah, I'm not sure why he's on AI. If he's had to go. At least the AI is currently not blocking anyone. It's always a big issue with the AI. Shramul now. Our championship leader. Bit of a slide, and he's up by 15 seconds, so this is finally gonna be hopefully a clean lap. Only one more corner to go now, 5 minutes to go in the session. I have to say, the rain doesn't seem to be getting any less intense as well, so it might be full wet all the way to the end. Has to lift through Blanchimont. Kippo is out! But where's he even crashed? I don't even see a yellow flag. Shormul going very deep from the bus stop chicane. Did Kippo to tire in the pits or what? Over the line into 8. 58.797 for Shormul. Yeah, I think Kippo just retired in the pit lane.
Yeah.
So he's that confident that he can't improve on that 57.2 anymore.
Well, the second sector is nearly 1.5 seconds faster than
Oh, Mihai!
So
Spinning at Bushell. Sorry. Another lap ruined for him.
Kippo, the field is pretty bunched up.
Four minutes to go. He has not a lot of time. These people should be trying to go out now, getting their final run in. Doesn't seem like the track's gonna be anywhere near intermediates, so you might as well go out early and get multiple runs in if you can still. Shormul going for another push lap here, can't tell. I didn't see the factor times. All the way down to 4th gear through Puon. Definitely seemed like he could have had a bit more speed. He left a lot of space to the outside white line there through the corner. But I'm not sure if he's even pushing. Mihai is now crashed at Stavalo. We'll stay on board with Shormul here to see the incident. And there he is in the left-hand side wall, just disappeared in front of us. Shormul, I saw it being down by 1.7 seconds, so definitely not in a push lap right now. His teammate Ewek though is coming into the final corner to start the final run. And once again goes very deep. I think the, just a theory, maybe the racing line doesn't show the correct braking point in the rain. At least if you use ABS, because it does seem like these guys are constantly going deep into, yeah, look at this again, through turn 1. Into these hard braking zones. Maybe the ABS is overcompensating in the rain.
It's also the same thing for the dry at some point.
Yeah, but not this extreme, surely. You just saw him going way deep. I don't think you go this deep if you run ABS. So that's interesting to know that the ABS in the game now works a bit more like traction control, where it like does too much, you know, loses you some time, which is nice. That gives you an actual reason to turn it off. We've got the front runners on laps as well now. JM, Gomrad Cup, Marco, all out on track. Kippo, well, he retired for some reason. He's given up on trying to improve. Keep an eye on these guys as well. Foltz is now crashed out after Rochelle's. We'll be on board with Marco, see what has happened to him. Has he crashed onto the right-hand wall there? Just on traction, it seems, I think. That's my guess. Yeah, very unfortunate. Gomrad Cup has invalidated his... Oh no, he's on an outlap, sorry, what am I talking about? Kevin starting his final run here as well. Sean Moole out on track now with 1.5... Sean Moole, you're not gonna make the line.
That's too late.
Why did you even bother going out? Gabriel spun! Gabriel spun, coming out of no name there, and he's stuck, I think. No, he isn't. Never mind.
Don't see any damage.
Yeah, but he might not even make the line either now. He's very close on time there. This might be Gabi's qualifying done. Meanwhile, Ewek now coming into the bus stop. Gets stopped a bit better than he did earlier, but not great still. He still missed the apex. Currently on a 2-minute .209 in 10th, and he goes to 7th place, 58.729. I think Sully jumped up to 4th place, 58.2. Good improvement from him. Marco into the final corner, 5/10 up, goes very deep as well. Yeah, this is so consistent. Like, the racing line must be showing the wrong breaking point.
7 seconds.
Into P2. And he has one more run still.
Faster.
And then you see Jay actually making the corner. Promising stuff. Marco has retired. Coming out of turn 1 there. He's still driving, so I think he's retired on track, which isn't ideal.
1:10.
JM 57.3, and he has one more run. He still has ES. Can he beat Kippo here? One more chance for him.
Would be amazing.
Marcus AI parked on the left hand side there, not in anyone's way. Qualifying done now. Every single lap as it's finished, it will be the last one.
Gabi just missed it.
Gabi has missed the line barely. Yes, so close. If he had just gotten going from a spin a bit faster, I thought he was stuck at first, but he wasn't. He just stood there for a long time. If he hadn't done that, he would have had one more lap.
Shamu with 11th. Oh, this was to be spacey.
Yeah, not great for Sean Moole there.
Kevin, 56th possible, is he?
Oh,
no.
into 3rd place, so close behind Jay. Gomrad Cup will be the next one. He's up by a 10th. Might get into the 57th here. Have a go at Marco. Oh, but he goes wide! Oh, he gets away with it. I'm not sure what to think about that one, Codemasters. I feel like that should have been an invalidation. But lucky for Gomrad Cup. Maybe because he went wide, maybe he has sporting integrity. Ewek is spun! Out of the bus chicane, Giotto coming on the final corner as well, followed by Sully. Giotto over the line, 58.336 into 7th, Sully into the pit lane. It's just JM now. JM is the last one still on a lap. Is he improving?
He's faster.
Yes, 1.5 tenths would be enough. He just needs to bring it over the line. JM, has he done enough to get pole position here right in the end? Gets the apex in the first part. Gets the car rotated nicely onto the power now and up to the line. Has he done enough? 57.139. Yes, he has. Pole position for JM, I think for a second week in a row now. He had pole as well in Austria. Great stuff from JM to secure pole right in the end. Kippo in 2nd place, Kevin in 3rd, Marco in 4th. So 2 of the title contenders in the top 4 there. Not sure where Sully was in the end. I think he was 6th or 7th, something like that. And Sean Moole down in 11th. Not a good start to the weekend for him. Not weekend, to the race, to the qualifying. Yeah, JM followed by Kippo, Kevin, Marco, Gromit in 5th, Sully in 6th, Giotto 7th, Foltz 8th, Ewek 9th, Gabi 10th, and Sean Moole, our championship leader, all the way down in P11, outside the top 10, and this is exactly what the others need. Kevin, Marco, Sully, they need to get points on him, a good amount of points, get themselves within 26 points at the minimum, and of course, I mean, even if you're 26 points behind, you have a mathematical chance next week, but you'd want to be closer to have a realistic chance, you know? And then Mihai in 12th, Thog in 13th, Pinky in 14th, and Kucho in 15th after his crash. Very unfortunate, even behind the 2 on qualifying bans. But a good qualifying here, some close gaps in the front. Of course, in the rain, gaps are a bit bigger than they are usually, people making mistakes. And yeah, I think we're in for an exciting race here.
Probably. Now the question, inters or forwards?
Yeah, we'll have to see what the weather is like now. It might even, I mean, knowing Codemasters weather reports, it might just be dry now. It's dry! I just said it might even be dry.
Oh, this will be interesting.
So this will now be very bad for the guys who ran red setups, which you did say some people had a lot slower straight line speed, so they might have been on wet setups. The question, of course, is if the rain will come down later on in the race, or if it will stay dry. I'll see if anyone has said something about that. I'm at this point not gonna ask drivers anymore. They're focused on their strategies now.
We have. We're raging.
Oh yeah, they are raging. They are not happy. They are not happy with the incorrect weather reports. That is really unfortunate for them.
Oh, Kevin left.
And here we are then. On the grid for the race start. It's 5 red lights. And the 5 red lights are out. JM at the front getting away well. Kippo on his outside wants to get alongside him but can't. Marco though sending it up the inside of Kippo. Into turn 1 on the soft compound and immediately takes P2. And might already be able to have a go at JM. Up the hill now, going through a Rouge and Radion. Can Marco keep the momentum? Have a go at the Ferrari? Maybe take the race lead here immediately. Starting from 4th place. Yes, he can. He goes past JM on the inside line. And Marco takes the lead of the race. JM is settled for 2nd place, but he might try and come back actually down towards Lecom now. Around the outside of Marco. Meanwhile, Jotto and Falls battling for 4th place. So Jotto with a great start as well. Up into P5 all the way. Sully and Grommet Cup over P6 battling as well. Sully with a slight mistake, allowing Grommet Cup to come back at him. Yellow flags in the background. I think Sean Moore did a mistake. Sean Moore is down to 13th. Eberg as well with the spin. Both Williams at the back. Not a good start for them at all. Grommet and Sully side by side through no name, but Grommet comes on ahead on the inside line. JM is lost out to both Kippo and Marco. He's down to 3rd place and under pressure from Foltz as well. Kevin is dropped all the way back to P11. He's just Kevin disconnected. I didn't notice. Right before the start, Kevin disconnected from the lobby. What happened there? Very unfortunate for Kevin. A real knock in his title ambitions. He's now down the back with Sean Wool. Meanwhile, Marco at the front. I mean, right now, Marco is getting the full 25 points and Sean Moore in 11. Of course, it's still a very long race to go, so very early to say that. But, well, at least at the end of the first lap, this is looking amazing for Marco. He's got Kippo following him very closely though, as Foltz almost goes in the back of him. And now JM can take advantage of that maybe. He couldn't. He tried. He got alongside the bus stop, but couldn't actually get the move done. Having a look at tire graph, it's mostly, well, only soft and mediums. Pinky now in the pit lane retiring. And a full course safety car! I think Pinky didn't retire, he crashed in the pit entry!
What? How?
And rain! Rain! There is the rain! Oh, this is very interesting. Do you pit for intermediates now?
I don't know, cause Cook was in a box for hard. Couldn't save it for in time. But
Yeah, but now, I mean, under safety car, I mean, if you pit for inters now, they will get a bit of wear, they will maybe overheat, but you will save a pit stop, because, well, now we know it will be intermediate in a few laps, because...
At some point.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen it on the game, that it starts like to rain, but not properly, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Interesting now, an interesting place to be in strategy-wise. I think it depends on what Jeff says about the rain, like how long it will stay raining. If it says like the rain will stop in 5 minutes and you might as well stay out. Kevin now disconnecting again. I'm not sure if Kevin is having connection issues. So yeah, immediate safety car here at the end of the first lap. And now as we come down towards pit entry.
I'd say
The rain looks pretty intense already. I see some drops on the camera. Marco staying out. Kippo coming in. Folds in. JM staying out. Giotto staying out. Gromit coming in. Sully in. Mihai out. Fogg in. Gabri out. Sean Moore out. Kevin out. Ewek out. Kucho, well, he's 30 seconds away. I expected more pit stops. I mean, there's only 5 in the pit lane right now. I thought there would be a lot more, because the rain does seem to be not even that far away from Inter conditions by now.
That's the thing, though.
Worth mentioning, the only Titan contender on the intermediates now is Sully. We've got Kevin on the softs, we've got Marco still on the dry tires, on the soft as well, Sean Moon on the mediums. So the only one out of the championship protagonists, Sully, who is pitted for intermediates. Kucho's in the pits as well now, I'm guessing intermediates, otherwise this would be a very unnecessary pit stop.
Yep, indeed.
Yep, what I thought.
This will be interesting now.
Ewek is up!
Tired.
Did he crash? What just happened to Ewek? No, he's just... where's his car?
I don't know. Just... yeah, you try it.
What just happened to Ewek? He just disappeared?
No thermal damage or anything, he just retired.
He's asked me for an invite. Oh my god, I see what happened. Yeah, he disconnected and the game immediately retired him. This happens sometimes for some reason. The same happened to Gabri in Hungary. Very unfortunate for Ewek to have his race ruined by a game glitch like that.
This game.
Yeah, but as the same happened to the Gabri in Hungary. We didn't restart then, we won't be restarting now. Very, very unfortunate for Ewek to have his race ended through a, connection issue, game issue, whatever. Really, really unfortunate. Looking at the rain, the weather, I think right now the dry spots will be faster, but not for much longer. So I'd be very much surprised if the rest of the field doesn't come in now. The safety car's still out. It might get called in now, you know, because Kuchar is caught up. This might be a late call. I don't think it will be. We're now too close to the pit lane.
Too late.
Yeah, there we go. It's staying out. So is Marco, so is JM, so is Giotto, so is Mihai, so is What?
I'm amazed by...
I mean, they must know something we don't, because I see no reason to stay out now.
That's the thing.
I mean, looking at the rain, we aren't far away from intermediates. And, we are close enough to where it's worth pitting under safety car to save yourself the 20 seconds you will lose under green flags by pitting. Maybe the rain is going away soon. Maybe it will only be here for a few laps. Maybe that's well, of course we don't have the weather report information. Only drivers have that. That's my only guess. That Jeff is saying the weather will be dry again in a few laps. Otherwise, this decision to stay out 2 laps in a row makes very little sense to me. Oh, okay, now I'm getting information by Thok. I guess he has the stream open, and since we're under the safety car, he can tell what's going on. He says 5 minutes. So only 5 minutes of rain here. Now I'm understanding what these guys are doing. They're gonna try and tough it out on the dry tires, save themselves a pit stop. Yeah, because of course when it gets dry again, all the intermediate runners will have to box and get dry tires again, and these guys can just stay out. This is basically what the well, like half the field tried this at Zandvoort in real F1. Didn't work at all. But I think in the game I could see it working. the game is a bit more lenient on dry tires in the wet. You don't lose like a
Heavy, so
ridiculous amount. And I mean, if the rain doesn't get any more intense than this, I reckon right now dry tires are still probably about equal.
now it's fully equal, yeah. For a few laps.
Yeah, this looks like we're just in the crossover points. Safety car in this lap. I mean, we'll see. We'll keep an eye out on the intermediate runners and see if they fly past everyone. If they have an advantage, we'll notice it very, very quickly. And if they're slower, we'll also notice it very quickly as they drop behind. This could be very interesting now, seeing how this develops. Marco conducting the restart here. He can decide when he goes. Safety car has been called in. He's followed by JM on the mediums. I'd say in the wet here the softs are a lot faster.
Probably better.
Yeah, the softer compounds in the wet is a big advantage. But only as long as you're not aquaplaning. I mean, right now we aren't at that sort of area. Marco now going to the bus stop chicane. And going just at as the apex comes here. Good restart from Marco. And I think he's caught JM off guard somewhat. 6 tenths gap there.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Giotto is all over JM for second place there. Keep an eye on the intermediates. Schaumburg going for the send on Gabri up the inside into turn 1. If you've got a title on the line, I should be going for those kinds of moves. Just sending it on the brakes. I mean, it's well, it hasn't worked. He's still behind, but he survived it. I'll keep an eye on Kippo behind Kevin here. See if he's gaining on him. Which I mean, not massively. He doesn't seem to be much slower either.
Faster.
Falls with a good exit coming out of a Rouge. I think now through Le Combe will... Oh my god, under braking. Fold just gained so much time on Kevin. Maybe Kevin just braked early. But I think we are now in intermediate territory. Somewhat. It's still close. But yeah, you can see it under brakes. The intermediate runners can brake so much later. Slip through on the inside line.
Yeah,
they are definitely faster. Kevin defending the inside line here, Kippo. He wants to try and find the way around him, of course. Make use of these intermediates before the rain goes away again. Thok picking up a time penalty. And yellow flags for Thok as well, who's now spun. With Kucho, I think, both of them around at 2-1. Kippo still stuck behind these dry tire runners here. Oh yeah, he's having a look up the inside here. Now you can tell definitely the Inters are much faster. He has a tire alongside Kevin there. Kevin leaving the space. Oh, so close to contact! But Kippo just managing to get the car stopped just in time for the understeer fully kicks in. Falls now slipping through on the inside line. And might try and get past Kevin now. Massive understeer through Blanchimont. Maybe descent under brakes. Falls up the inside of Kevin, able to brake so much later than the Mercedes. And he gets it stopped just in time. And now on the outside line, on the traction. Can Foles finally get past him here? He's at the inside line down towards La Source, and he's passed. Kippo actually sending it on brakes as well now to the apex. Gets alongside Kevin. Kevin trying to fight back, but on these dry tires, he really have much of a chance now down towards Eau Rouge. They're side by side. Is Kevin going to try and stay in there? He is. Oh, he isn't. He's been smart. But now Sully with the better exit.
Comes back.
Oh, Kevin getting past Kippo, and Sully is slipping through as well. Bit of Mercedes teamwork going on there. We'll see if Kevin defends from his teammate. I think he is defending from his teammate. So the Mercedes crew are definitely more focused on the drivers and constructors. Kippo now slips past Sully as he makes a mistake until they come. Absolute chaos here going on in the midfield. As Kevin, I mean, on these dry runners are holding up all these intermediates. This is great news for the guys in the front. Falls now alongside Mihai. Trying to hang it around the outside through Nornim. Has to concede the position. Can't stay in alongside him. It's so difficult to get around these drivers when they've got like a second or two on of pace a lap, I would say, on them. It seems like, which is just enough for the dry tire runners to defend. If they had any more of a pace advantage, they would just move past easily. And now Kippo sends it under brakes, and he's got it done. Kevin playing a bit nicer, I would say. I think he's just turned out the corner to let Kippo through. Yellow flags for Gabri. Yeah. That's what can happen if you run dry tires on a wet track. It's very, very difficult to keep control. Meanwhile, a move for the lead. JM around the outside of Marco into the bus stop. but Marco gets ahead on the braking gear, and JM can't complete the switchback either. Meanwhile, Foles going past Mihai, who goes off the track all the way, rejoins in P6 there, P7 behind Kippo, and now Kevin slipping past him as well. DRS, I think, was just enabled the rain. I think the rain is getting less intense now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the rain is stopping already.
Spins Kippo.
Oh, Kippo, what happened? He's in the spin!
Kevin's von Kippo.
Oh! And now I think JM is going to fly past Marco to the into the lead of the race.
Yes, yeah.
The gap behind, look at that, 3 seconds separating Marco and Giotto. And it stopped raining. The rain is gone. And this is terrible news for the intermediate runners. Drummond Cup, Kippo, Foltz. I think Sully's already in the pit lane. Sully's already gone back to dries. Yeah. Yeah, so it definitely was the correct call to stay on the dry tires. I had no reason to be confused. Oh, well, I did have a reason, I just didn't know the full information. Yeah, but no, yeah, knowing now that the rain was gonna go away in a few minutes, it makes complete sense why they didn't box for intermediates. And it's worked out. It was a real risky call. We saw the risk of it with Gabri, the spin. That is what can happen to you. But I would say even he, I think he's better off still than the intermediate runners.
Yeah.
Because he's now 5 seconds behind Gomlet Cup, and Gomlet Cup has to pit now. So Gomlet Cup has to, well, it could probably pit for mediums or hards, go to the end, but they will be quite worn out by the end, and I think Gabri will then be able to make up that time again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I reckon even Gabri with the spin is better off than the intermediate runners, so just unfortunate for them. I think this was mostly about luck whether you made the correct call here.
Yeah. I can always say that the softs are probably dead, because both Jay and Sean were just too simply fast now.
Yeah, it does seem like the softs are dropping off a bit. Marco, Giotto, Kevin all struggling compared to the car they were battling, which is each on the mediums. I mean, well, Kevin is still keeping up with Mihai, but it does seem like Kevin... Mihai is playing DRS games here. At the exit of La Source is going off the throttle to let Kevin pass. And he's now gonna fly back past him on the Camel Straight. Fourth go at Kippo now on the pits for dry tires. And they have all been jumped by Sully.
And Giotto goes for the... goes not for the move.
So then we see that Sully has come out about a second ahead of Foltz, who pitted a lap later than him. Kevin now picking up a time penalty. Not great for him.
The gap between Sully and Jay is 25 seconds, so... and increasing. No, not anymore.
Yeah, 25 seconds, and I mean, Sully can probably go to the end, but
yeah.
he won't be far ahead of JM by the time JM comes out the pit, and JM of course will then have a major tire advantage.
Probably... well, if Marco pits now, it's probably 2 seconds, maybe, well...
Yeah, he'll be ahead of him now, but I mean, of course, I think the JM and Marco will stay out for a bit longer. Well, Marco might pit soon on the softs, but JM should probably stay out for a bit longer.
Yeah, for sure, mediums.
And then Sully, I think Sully will take the lead after the pit stops, but he won't keep it for long.
I don't know.
Because he's gonna gain a few seconds now being on the fresh tires, but then when JM gets the fresh tires, he will just fly towards him.
Yeah.
And like, Sully will have no chance defending it.
Yeah. The thing with Jay is he's probably equal fast than Sully now, so...
Yeah, we'll see. I reckon right now Jay has a very good chance of winning this race. I wouldn't count Marco out yet. I'm not sure how much the tire wear and the softs is playing into this. Mihai again, playing DRS games with Kevin. Letting him pass into La Source, and he's now gonna do the same thing again, fly past it, because Sully fast up the race, confirming my my thoughts of him flying towards the field again now on the fresh tires. And there we go, Mihai doing the same thing as last lap. Rio takes Kevin, who has got absolutely no ERS left either. Like, both of them have got no ERS in their car right now. Thog picking up another time penalty. I think Thog was one of the guys who ran the wet setup, so this is awful for him right now. Being on the dry. Yeah, being in a dry race here. He's gonna really struggle to in any battle.
Maybe 3-way, 4-way fight for the podium at least. Because Foltz is faster than Sully. And he's probably, after the pit stop, P2, P3, P4 ish.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see what ends up developing here. If these mediums can go to the end, I think they will, but I think they're gonna struggle so much that Shamul and Giotto will catch up to them after their pit stops. It'll definitely be an interesting thing to watch. Giotto is still staying with Shamul here actually, despite being on the older softs. I think the mediums might be starting to show some signs of wear as well. We'll have to see when these soft runners start pitting. Probably onto the soft medium. We're already halfway through the race, so at this point you can probably go. Yeah, you can definitely go for mediums to the end. Kevin, there we go. Kevin is the first one into the pits. I just said it. We might be seeing pits up soon, and this will probably be onto mediums. And he will come out probably around where fucking Kucho are. As I said, mediums for Kevin, confirming. Garmin Club holding a fast lap of the race. Kevin, actually closer to Kippo, I think, than he was to fucking Kucho. I overestimated the time loss in the pit lane. Actually ahead of Kippo even, coming out on P10.
Take Sully. With DS.
So Foltz reclaiming 7th place there.
Yeah, for now.
We'll see if Sully can stay with him and fight back. Oh, does seem like Foltz is lost there through Lecom. You can see him gaining so much time on the exit. Sully, I think, even got a warning on the inside line. I think he went over the white line on the inside, so probably a warning for Sully for track limits. Needs to try and avoid those going forward.
Well, Foltz has 2. Sully has 1. Warnings. Ray has none. Marco has 2, so...
Comrade Cup to the pen.
Shomu has 2.
Comrade Cup on 3 seconds now.
It's really very interesting in the end.
Sully was able to stay with Foltz. He's now back on the straight here down towards Blanchimont. He is 5/10 away from him. Marco now on the pits. 1 lap after Kevin. We'll see if Giotto... No, Giotto's staying out still on the softs. So doing 11 laps on the softs for Giotto there. Marco onto the medium compound.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And where will he come out in relation to Foltz and Sully? How far behind will he be? Will he even be behind them?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, he definitely will be behind, but how far is the question now? He's exiting the pit lane, they're going through turn 1, not far at all, not far at all. He is right behind, well he's side by side with Foltz actually, and he's just ahead of Foltz. Going now towards the Rouge. Foltz will now overtake with DRS, I'm very confident.
Sully for me2.
Yeah, they're both gonna pass him here.
Yeah.
And this is terrible news for Marco, because he's gonna try and undercut JM of course, and he's now gonna be stuck behind both of these guys, and they're gonna cost him time. He can't make full use of these fresh tires. As Foltz and Sully battle into Lecom, Foltz goes around the outside, goes very deep, Sully coming back, Marco trying to switch, but ends up being blocked there by Foltz, of course can't just go through him. Now down towards Michelle, they're battling still, Foltz sending up the inside, Marco just gets a stop to avoid going to the back of Sully. What a duel here, and I think Foltz has now come out ahead. For now at least, but believe me, this is not over. Sully and Foltz are gonna keep fighting for the next few laps.
And the lucky winner is Ray.
Yeah, Jay right now, this is great for him. These guys have lost some time battling. I mean, how much longer until he pits for softs, and how far... I mean, he will definitely be behind, I think, because these fresh tires will gain so much time on him, on those 10-lap-old mediums. And he only was, what, 2.5 ahead of Marco? Like, give these guys one more lap, they will be ahead of him. Oh, there we go, he's in the pits! He might even come out ahead then. But it's a very early pit stop if he's going on to softs. Maybe he's even doing hards. Shamul in as well. Foltz and Sully stuck behind Gabri there, who's losing these guys time as well. Marco sending it to the outside line. Gabri into the pits, blocks Foltz off there, as Foltz didn't know he was pitting. And had to avoid him.
Damn.
And I think JM will come out in the lead here. Shamul in the pits as well.
On hard tires.
Yes, on the hards for JM. But look at the gap he has to Sully! Look at the gap, he's gained! He's gained time on Marco! That's how much time Marco, Sully and Foltz lost battling here.
Now we have a 3-way fight for P2 at least. Before we show coming 2 on the soft later.
Marco now attacking Sully for P2. Can he get past the Mercedes driver? Yes, he can. Falls flying through as well on the inside line now. Side by side, Marco. Falls gonna send it in there. Contact may almost gonna make as Marco has to avoid him. Goes off track there slightly. And now trying to stay around here to the Falls. He wants to stay ahead here. Make use of those fresh tires. Squeezes Falls to the inside line down to Bouchel. Sully gonna lock up there on the rear. And Falls squeezing Marco all the way to the outside line. Now barely alongside, going to no name. Marco has to pull out. And Falls secures P2 for now. And JM, he is absolutely loving this. He's flying away at the front. The gap ever increasing. Not what Marco needs at all if he wants to win this race. He needs to get past Falls soon. And he needs to start making up time against JM. Because I would say, with JM being on the hards, I reckon Marco still has a chance. If he can just get past Falls and make use of those mediums, Kutscher now picking up a time penalty.
And the problem is for Moore on the soft, who's coming fast.
Oh yeah, Sean Moon is gained like crazy. This battling is helping him a lot. Marco might have to try and wait until the camel straight, but he has the chance to go for it now. He's got the speed on him, and he's gonna go for it now. I think he's burning overtake. Does he send it on the brakes? Yes, he does. And the inside line for the must stop. He will have DRS for the main straight still. He's now pulled ahead of Falls, but I don't think this is a very smart move. Falls can now fly back past him on the camel straight. The question, does Falls have enough ERS to do so? Will the DRS alone be enough? Because Falls does not have any ERS, in fact, well, 15%. As Giotto moves past Gommel Cup on the main straight. Contact made! Fogg now out of the race! Retiring with a crash at turn 13 and 14. No safety car though. And Falls 0% ERS. I don't think he's gonna get Marco here. I think he's too far behind.
He's gaining! He
won't be enough, I think, oh, he might send it, He's sending it! Oh, contact made! Falls just about catching the car still. Marco stays ahead. Falls tried it, he sent it, he did everything he could, but it wasn't enough to fully get alongside. And now look at Sean Moore, he's caught up and he's gonna go round the outside of Sully! Sends it in there through Bouchel. Can this work for the Williams? He's been squeezed onto the curb and he has to pull out of the move. Sean Moore still stuck in 5th. Oh no, Fogg. Fogg has left the session now, and I can only hope this doesn't cause any problems. The horse leaving. Sean Moore there trying to go to the inside of Sully. The lobby still seems fine for now. Hopefully it will stay that way, but I remember in Qatar we had major issues.
She's the one for the sake of the race.
Safety car deployed now for what? Gommel Cup at a spin and lost his front wing. This seems to be what the safety car is for.
This will be interesting now.
9 laps to go now. These guys all have fresh softs, of course, since they haven't used any on qualifying, so I reckon we'll now be seeing everyone into the pit lane onto softs. Oh, well, I mean 9 laps, maybe mediums. Mediums or softs.
Will he not? He's staying out! He's in for 6th position.
Okay, Sully, despite having the older mediums. JM onto mediums. Mark onto mediums. Do we see any softs? Sean Moore in the pits as well, despite being on fresh softs already. Falls onto softs. Sean Moore onto soft, I think that is. Mihai stayed out as well, and Mihai's gonna come out in P5 here behind Falls, ahead of Sean Moore, which is crucial. Mihai is gonna be a bit of a blockade there for the Williams, for the championship leader.
I'm amazed not to see only softs.
Yeah, very. Oh, well, there's quite a few softs actually.
Well,
only JM and Marco have one from the mediums. Everybody else who pitted on the softs. Of course, Mihai, Sully, and JM. Mihai, Sully staying out. They are on the old tires. Interesting call by Sully.
That's the thing.
I mean.
Well, I learned it the hard way.
In my experience,
that's not going to work.
Yeah, in my experience, this is an awful call. I'm sorry. He might prove me wrong, but I reckon Sully has just made a major mistake by staying out. 7 lap out mediums, especially at a track like Spa, where it's so easy to overtake. I don't see this working out for Sully. I mean, if he proves me wrong, fair enough. I don't think this was a correct call at all.
this was last to the end for sure.
Already, like, say, last game I would have said probably pit for fresh tires, but this game, where fresh tires are so much more of an advantage. Yeah, hopefully for Sully this isn't a complete calamity and complete race over pretty much, but oh well. Safety car still out for one more lap, hasn't been called in despite everyone having caught up. We'll see if anyone who hasn't pit, Mihai and Sully, decide differently now, or if they're still committed to the strategy. Sully is committed to it,
Yes.
and Mihai is committed to it. Interesting. Right, good news at least is that the disconnect of fog doesn't seem to have caused any issues. So far at least, I don't want to jinx it. I think it transferred the host lobby to me probably, since I was the second one who joined. Like, I joined right after, like, Fog invited me, I invited everyone else, so I was the second person in the lobby. And yeah, that seems to have gone smoothly. Normally when the host disconnects, it just kills everything.
Yep.
But so far, so good. I don't trust the F1 game to keep it steady until the end of the race, though. I hope it all goes smoothly. I wouldn't want to ruin a title fight like this. And speaking about title fight, right now, both Marco and Sully would still be in title contention next week,
Yep.
but Kevin would not be. Right now it will be between Shormul, Marco and Sully next week. Sully is gaining, well, he's currently scoring 25, Shormul's currently scoring 8. So Sully is gaining 17, he needs to gain 5. Marco is gaining 7 right now, needs to gain 3. And Kevin, well, he'd have to gain 1 point to be in contention. Right now he's losing. Well, he's in P8 with a penalty, we'll say P8, right now he's losing 4 points to Shormul, who's scoring 8. We'll have another look at that towards the end of the race, after the safety car's been called in, after the restart has calmed down a bit as well. But I reckon this will change, especially concerning Sully. I think he might lose a few places here after the after the restart. Safety car in this lap. End of lap 15. It's a sprint race to the end of the race. Can Sully somehow defend for his life on these old tires and hold on to as many places as possible? What about JM and Marco? Can they hold on, defend against the soft runners? Or between them as well, who will come out on top? Who will take the race win here? I think everything is open now. Anyone could win this race, honestly. Sully going a bit slow here, leaving a good gap in the safety car. He could go early if he wanted to. The safety car's back in the pits now. You can see it on the track map just end the pit entry. Slowing the field down. And he's gone early. Sully going very early there, and I think he's caught JM off guard somewhat. 4 tenths the gap there, but JM now might already start gaining from the corner. You can see how close JM is already. Mihai picking up a 3-second time penalty. Marco also really close to JM, and I think Sully's about to just be passed by 2 people already into the camel straight. JM breaking late the defense from Marco, who's gonna try to switch back on him, but gets blocked by the Ferrari. Shormul moving around the outside of Mihai, important for him to get past him early. Giotto might try as well, now down towards Arouge, contemplate there on the straight. Have a look at the leaders again. Sully with a bad accident of Arouge, and JM is already gonna try and go for the move here. Through the grass, cuts the corner, and Sully blocks him off. JM stuck behind him, Marco on the outside line, is gonna try and go all the way around the outside of Sully as well, maybe? No, Sully has managed to defend for now, but now through Lecom, Marco is gonna try and round it at the exit. Has he done it? Now down towards Bushow, still side by side. What a battle! And Marco, I think, is now pulled ahead. Kipper out of the race there. Sully dropping down to second place. VSC deployed just as Falls was about to go for the move. Marco, and this is crucial. This is crucial. Marco has gotten past Sully. Falls and JM have not. And now Marco can start flying away at the front.
What? Now is the question for myself. Was it too hard on the camera straight?
I need a drink. Yeah, what was Falls thinking going through the grass like that? That was ridiculous. That was never gonna work.
Something else.
He thought he's out one. Unfortunately, he isn't. We're back on the green flags.
Green.
And immediately, look at that gap. Marco's already pulled a second on Sully. Of course, I mean, I'd say a combination of a good restart and a massive tire advantage. And Foltz, he needs to get past here immediately. He can't allow Marco to start building a gap. He's practically pushing Sully down toward the bus stop.
Yeah.
Foltz now gonna send it on the brakes, and look at that. So much later on the brakes, and still gets it stopped. The fresh tire is such a major advantage. And Foltz takes P2 in this race. Can JM follow through? Can Sean Moore follow through as well? JM on the inside allows Sully into La Source and gets it done. Sully, he has got no chance there. He might, I mean, he's now not far away from him. If he has a good exit off Rouge, he might be able to fight back, but I think he has to more look behind at Sean Moore.
Well, the gap is a bit big.
Sully's just lacking grip against these guys. Exactly what I thought would happen has happened. Sully's dropping like a stone. And another one, Sean Moore coming here. He is very close behind Sully. Actually, Sully having a little look at JM. Sean Moore still stuck behind Sully, which it's actually great news for Marco, because this will now, I mean, Sean Moore is now stuck behind Sully in the middle sector, where all the time is gained, the corners. And yeah, the top three can start flying away from Sean Moore. And of course, the more people beat Sean Moore, the better for Marco. So this is great for Marco's title chances. Yeah, Kevin stuck behind in 7th as well, so both, like all three of Marco's title rivals, Sully, Sean Moore and Kevin, are not in the fight for the podium right now. Sean Moore going for the move on Sully now round the outside into turn 13 and 14. But he can't get around him, he can't get around him. He's still stuck behind, he's now lost 2 seconds in the top 3. This is awful for Sean Moore. Sully is doing a mega drop defending here, but I don't think he will easily, there's too many laps to go. He can't defend for that much more time. Now Sean Moore is finally pulled alongside and gotten past the Mercedes. He's finally free. Giotto trying to follow him through now. Round the outside through Blanchimont. Max Verstappen-esque. Can he do it? No, tries for the switchback actually. And now down towards the bus stop. Sends it on the brakes. Can he get it stopped? Just in time. I think Sean Moore saw him coming and went deep on purpose to leave him the space. I think Sean Moore got a bit spooked there. And the gap now up to 3 seconds in the top 3. Meanwhile, Foltz is caught up to Marco. It's all coming together here. What a finish in the race. Both Foltz and JM right behind Marco in the fight for the race win. And this is crucial for the title. Marco needs to win this race really to get as many points as possible on Sean Moore. Gromit Kappa trying in the pits. Oh, and Foltz, I think he's been squeezing the grass to Marco, but now he's gonna get past him anyway. With the DRS, moves past Marco, and JM following through. Both of them past Marco. Marco down towards third place now. Sully has been passed by Kevin. Although Sully coming back up the inside. Contact made with the Mercedes! The 2 Mercedes are off. Sully's out! Sully's out of the race and now another safety car has been deployed. And this is, well, amazing for Sean Moore. This is amazing for Sean Moore. Mercedes crashing into each other. And, well, Sully is out of the title fight. And Kevin down in 7th with the penalty. Giotto's just crashed!
Sean Moore! What's happening?
How has Giotto just crashed? On the racing line as well, what happened?
Yeah, he drove into the back of Sean Moore. Probably because of Delta.
Oh my god! Oh my god, Sully!
What has happened?
What a, that's, yeah,
No.
Mercedes, I mean, Toto Wolff right now. Tables are being smashed. He's gonna break cost cap with the amount of tables he has to replace for next week. The 2 Mercedes cars coming together, Sully out of the race, Kevin down in 6th in the penalty. Yeah, Mercedes title ambitions I think are done. Probably in both championships as well, with Marco outscoring Kevin now. Foltz into the pits, getting fresh tires. JM staying out, Marco in, Sean Moore in. Brias Gabri out, Kevin in, Kucho in, and Mihai surely in. I mean, he's not gonna stay out in the old hard to see, yes, he isn't. So we've now got the Ferrari 1-2 at the front, and then everybody else behind on fresh tires. The running order still the same as before. Sean Moon hasn't jumped Marco. He hasn't come to his pit box yet. Wing trains for Kucho as well. So I think he's gonna drop back down to the last place here behind Mihai and Kevin. Or maybe ahead of Mihai. No, Mihai actually ahead of Kevin. I think Kevin had a wing train as well then. Well, I mean, I think we are about to see the great Italian wall here of Ferrari. They're gonna start defending for their lives. This will be a 3-lap sprint. I think the safety car will come in this lap. I don't think it will wait for any longer than necessary.
This one next.
Yeah, I reckon this one because we're so close to the end of the race. But normally it would be one more lap than this, yes.
Marco has to stay ahead.
Yeah, this is crucial. The fight for the P4 and 5 on track. This is, I think this is actually for the title as well. I think if Sean Moore gets past him, yeah. Okay, the thing is, Sean Moore needs to gain 3 points on Marco. Right now, Marco's getting 3. So if Sean Moore gets past Marco, he's the one gaining 3 points. So this is an on-track battle for the title. If Sean Moore overtakes Marco on track, and nothing else about the results changes, Sean Moore has got the 3 points he needs exactly. This will be, I think, Marco is not going to allow him past, no matter what, I'm pretty sure. He is going to defend for his life, and also, I mean, he wants to have a go at the guys ahead, Gabriel and JM, especially on the old tires.
Wait,
I mean, the thing is, even if it stays like this right now, Sean Moon is 26 points ahead. No, sorry, he is then 21 points ahead going into Abu Dhabi next week, which mathematically possible, but realistically, you'd want to have a closer gap. So Marco, I think, still needs to try and gain a few more points here to give himself a realistic chance next week. It's very unfortunate. He got passed by 2 cars just before the restart. He would be ahead of Foltz now, which would be great for him. He'd have a car between him and Sean Moore. Safety car, I think, staying out one more lap. Has not been caught in.
Yeah. 2 laps started away, I think. No DRS.
Oh. Great news for Ferrari, that is. Great news for Ferrari.
Definitely.
Not so great news for everyone behind. Have a look at the penalty graphics. 6 seconds for Mihai, 3 for Kevin and Kucho. And with how few laps there are to go, those 3-second and 6-second penalties are gonna be, making it impossible to get any sort of good result, I think. Jam and Gabi, they just need to defend for 2 laps. No DRS, and I mean, especially since they're teammates, I reckon they're gonna try and work as a team here. I don't expect Gabi to absolutely send it under brakes on JM and just. I think they're gonna try and secure the 1-2.
Same age, so probably just hold it.
Yeah, I think JM's tires are slightly better as well, since the mediums will be a bit less worn. We'll see if I think actually JM has a good chance to hang on to this race win. I don't think Gabriel will keep P2. The 1-2 will be very difficult to keep, but I think JM has a chance. Especially if Gabriel can maybe hold on. At least, like, down towards Lecom. If Gabriel can hold on for at least one straight, 1 lap, that will be a big factor. So we'll have to see.
Okay. Okay. I think I know what happened between the 2 marks.
Well,
shit.
It all comes down to this now. 2-lap sprint to the end. Kevin down in 7th there. He needs Marco and Sean Moore to crash if he wants to have a chance next week at the title.
I'm worried about Gabi because he's playing.
We'll see what happens now. If it's crucial that Gabriel gets a good restart, I think. Honestly, I think if JM gets a good restart, it doesn't even matter. It's more about Gabriel getting a good restart. Gabriel needs to defend to at least keep everyone behind for the first half lap. Like if they pass him end of lap 21 into the bus stop, that's fine. JM can defend for one lap. But if they're behind JM for 2 laps, he's in danger. We'll see. We'll see if they can hang on to this. They're gonna try and defend for their life, I'm pretty sure. A Ferrari 1-2 in Belgium. Safety car been called in. They're leaving a good gap behind. Are they gonna go early? Are they gonna go late? I think late would be smarter for them. If they go early, the guys behind will just gain time for the bus stop already. JM still weaving, warming out the tires. Hasn't gone yet as we go into the bus stop. And I think he's gonna go late here. Gabrin following him closely. Oh,
yes.
Look at this. Foltz is so close behind Gabri. Not a good reason at all for Gabri. Not really needed. And Foltz, I think, immediately is going to try around the outside into La Source. Needs to get past the Ferrari if he wants a chance to race win. Side by side now, down towards the Rouge. Can Foltz get past him? Yes, he can. And Marco, is he going to try and follow through? Or at least not into Rouge. He's going to wait until a better chance for sure. Foltz gotten past Gabri, Marco hasn't. That could be crucial, especially now as Gabri has slipstream from Foltz. Can Marco pull alongside the Ferrari? Is Gabri going to try and come back at Foltz actually? Down towards Lecom. Foltz on the inside, Gabri on the outside. Foltz breaks much later, Gabri has no chance. Marco now trying to go around the outside. Look at the grip! Look at that! And Sean Mull is stuck behind Gabri! Sean Mull is still stuck behind as he goes to the middle sector. Awful for him! Marco's gotten past, he hasn't. And now, Sean Mull needs to get past Gabri as early as possible, stay with these guys ahead to have any chance at securing the title today. Or he's gonna have to wait until next week and make it a lot more exciting. Sean Mull is gonna send him to Poor. No, he isn't, he's being smart about it. But now, look at the gap, he's over a second behind. I think it's over for Sean Mull for the podium. Gabri is defended for long enough against him. And now JM under big pressure from Foltz and Marco. We'll have to focus our cameras on that, as Foltz is so close here. Of course, no DRS. It has to be done the old-fashioned way, but there's also no DRS game, so Foltz has no reason to stay behind until the camel's fade or something like that. He can go as early as possible. JM burning all of his battery to stay ahead as long as possible. Marco following closely as well, just hoping for some kind of mistake so he can slip through, get the race win. That'd be so crucial if he can get this race win, gain so many points on Sean Mull, who's now going for the move on Gabri into the bus stop. On the inside line. Around the outside now on the exit. Gabri with a bit of contact there, and Sean Mull slips past. Kevin trying to follow through. Maybe can he send it on the brakes?
Kidding.
Oh yeah, the rain has come down now. What the hell? And now full side by side with JM down towards a Rouge. Are they really gonna do this in the rain as well? JM has to pull out, has a terrible exit. And now Marco, he has a chance. Marco can gain the position on JM and take second place. JM trying to come back at Foltz. Marco, can he slip past both of them maybe? As they're gonna make it 3 wide, I think, down towards Lecom. Foltz moving back out to the outside. Foltz get past JM. Marco goes through as well, I think, on the outside line. Contact made. JM just about keeps the car. What a battle this is for the race. But Marco, the time penalty! Oh my god!
Can't be.
Marco stands on Foltz anyways, despite the 3-second time penalty. As they make more and more contact there. Marco now being forced off the track, going through Nordheim. He gets P1 on track as they're side by side now, down towards Puan. Foltz on the inside line. These guys are not giving up. Marco trying to hang around yet off the Alfa Romeo, and he gets past him finally. Marco into the race lead, but look at Sean Mull, he's caught up now. And with Marco's time penalty, I think Sean Mull is going to take the title here. I think the time penalty has cost Marco. With how aggressive he was being about the move, I think he thinks he can get removed. Because if he thinks the penalty will stay, he's not going to send he's going to try and play it safe surely, because he knows he can't build a 3-second gap in half a lap. And Foltz actually coming back at Marco. Marco is so slow here, look at this, Foltz is so much more straight line speed. And he gets past him again on track. And JM as well, JM getting past Marco. Round the outside into the final corner, Foltz on the inside line. Has covered Marco off. And they're now down towards the line. Foltz has won the Belgian Grand Prix. Marco in second with a penalty. JM will take P2. Sean Mull in third place. And that is the championship for Sean Mull as well. He's done it. 15 points for Sean Mull. 10 points for Marco in fifth. And that's that. Sean Mull. Well, at least right now, if Marco gets a penalty removed, it might still be changed. But for now, Sean Mull is your Season 11 Division 2 champion. What a race. And a great drive by Foles while secure the race win, getting Marco back right at the end there, as Marco had no straight line speed at all.
Yeah, higher wings, cause
Yeah, it seemed like it.
every fault it was going to win, but
Yeah,
for
maybe he had a
now
red
we
on
have
that one.
a new champion in Div 2. In the end of Renault.
What a race that was there in the end. Foles finishing out of JM, and then Sean Mull. Yeah, I mean, I think that the bad restart cost Ferrari there. Foles and Marco were just able to follow Gabi too closely into La Source, immediately had a chance to overtake him and took him. Your full race results, Foles winning out of JM, who had the fast lap as well. Sean Moon in third, Gabi in fifth, Gabi in fourth, Marco in fifth, Kevin in sixth, Mihai in seventh, Coach in eighth, and then Giotto in ninth, and Sully in 10th, the last points paying finishers, who had DNF as well, but they still get those points. And then Gromit, Kippo, Thog, Ewek, and Pinky having DNF from the race. And what a race that was! Thoroughly enjoyable.
Controversial at some points, to be honest.
Yeah, the Constructors' Championship is still wide open. Red Bull have gained one singular point on Mercedes, which means the gap I think is now 21 points, so a good advantage in favor of... no, sorry, 17 points. 17 points in favor of Red Bull. So, yeah, a good advantage, but certainly not impossible to overcome for Mercedes. And yeah, at least before the steward support, Sean Moore is your Drivers World Championship winner. We'll see if Marco gets that penalty removed, which would send him back into P2 and staying in contention for next week. But what a race that was today. Yeah, I can say I enjoyed it. I assume you did as well.
Definitely enjoyed it, but it was some spectacle for sure.
Yeah, I have to say I think I'm gonna wake up tomorrow like having a sore throat. I've been shouting for like an hour straight. It feels like just constant action after action. It was crazy. And yeah, I mean as a spectator, what a race! Absolutely amazing. And yeah, even if the fight for the Drivers' Championship is now officially over, Sean Moore has won the championship. We'll see if that changes in the steward support. If it does change, you will see it on Discord or be told in the stream next week. Yeah, the Constructors' Championship is still wide open, and I mean even with no championship on the line, just for the racing itself, I think the race we saw today has been thoroughly exciting. It will be worth to tune in again next week for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, as well as Division 1 this Saturday at Belgium as well, a title decider there as well, with myself being 25 points behind Kart Racer. So likely that Kart Racer wins the title there, I have to say. We'll see. I'll try my best to give him a fight. And yeah, see you on Saturday and next week on Wednesday for the final race in Division 2. Any final words from you?
No, I'm just flash from the race.
Yeah, okay. Alright, I'll be ending the stream here. Have a good evening and goodbye.
Goodbye.